Let's begin with a simple but powerful idea. Every modern nation runs on an invisible operating system. For India, that operating system is the Constitution. It is not just a legal document lying in dusty courtrooms. It is the living framework that shapes how power is exercised, how rights are protected, and how the world's largest democracy keeps functioning despite immense diversity, disagreements, and constant change. The Constitution of India came into force on 26 January 1950. It was the result of nearly 3 years of intense debate inside the Constituent Assembly. These debates were not casual discussions, they were philosophical battles about freedom, justice, equality, and the structure of the new republic emerging from colonial rule. The framers borrowed ideas from multiple constitutional traditions, such as the parliamentary system from Britain, judicial review from the United States, directive principles from Ireland, and federalism adopted to India's complex social realities. What emerged was the longest written constitution in the world, designed to balance stability with adaptability. At its core, the Constitution establishes the architecture of the state. It defines the relationship between the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, ensuring that power does not accumulate dangerously in any single institution. This principle, often called separation of powers, acts as a safeguard against authoritarian tendencies. The judiciary, through the power of judicial review, acts as a constitutional referee. When laws violate constitutional principles, courts have the authority to strike them down, reinforcing the supremacy of the Constitution. Another defining feature is the guarantee of fundamental rights. These rights protect individuals against arbitrary state action and form the moral backbone of the democratic system. Rights such as equality before law, freedom of speech and expression, freedom of religion, and protection of life and personal liberty are not mere promises. Over decades, judicial interpretation has expanded their scope, transforming them into powerful instruments for social justice and human dignity. Complementing these rights are the directive principles of state policy. Unlike enforceable rights, these principles act as the guiding goals of governance. They urge the state to pursue social welfare, reduce inequality, promote public health, and ensure economic justice. In many ways, they represent the Constitution's long term vision, an aspirational blueprint for building a more equitable society. Yet, the Constitution was never meant to be frozen in time. Its amendment process allows the system to evolve. Over the decades, amendments have reshaped electoral laws, strengthened local self government through Panchayat Raj institutions, and clarified the balance between individual liberty and state authority. This flexibility explains why the Constitution has survived political upheavals, economic transitions, and social transformation. Ultimately, the Constitution of India is more than law. It is a political covenant between citizens and the state. Its endurance depends not only on courts and governments but also on civic awareness and constitutional morality. Democracies do not survive merely because constitutions exist. They survive because citizens insist that constitutional values guide public life. In that sense, the constitution remains the silent engine driving the republic forward.